guys, what's up? Welcome along to another live stream here on the Chill Out Flight channel. Finally, after what we last streamed on Monday, it's been very busy at work this week. I've not been able to get anything out, but today, finally we get to go flying again. And we're going to go and take a trip up to Dundee, of all places, in northern Scotland, just to check out the ORBX scenery up there and see if we can get this A320neo on the ground on a 1400 metre runway. Yo, Tape, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. So yeah, we're on the ground down in Gatwick. We are on stand, what are we on? Stand 5-3, and yeah, we've got a completely cold and dark airplane to set up, and we're going to get it up and running, get some passengers on, and we're going to make the 300-mile trip up to Dundee to begin with. We are in G-Bush, which is quite amusing, to be fair. And yeah, we're going to get some passengers on. We're going to fly up there. We need to have minimum fuel to arrive, so we aren't too heavy to get us on the ground in the very short runway length we have available up in Dundee. So we will. I'm just going to quickly grab, before I forget, like I always do, this volume mixer. Get that on, and we'll jump into the flight deck, and we'll get ourselves nicely set up to head up to Dundee. So let's go and we'll get the fly pad turned on, and we'll jump on the overhead, and we'll get battery 1, battery 2, external power on, all the clicks and clunks. We'll start the APU. That can come on. We'll arm the emergency lights. The APU has a fault. Why would that be? Right, we'll wait a minute or two. Turn that off. APU, we'll wait 3 seconds, and we'll turn on APU fault. How interesting. APU auto shutdown, master switch off. Let's go up in here and have a look again to see why we have a fault. We'll let that go anyway. We'll align the RSs. We've got external power for now, that'll do. And no smoking sign can come on. Nav logo on. Crew supply. Ground control. And we'll try and start the APU one more time. That might be why. There we go. Right. There we go, that's going to start nicely now. There we go, cool. So we've got APU starting up. Everything else is good. That would have been interesting with an in-op APU. Yo, Dan, how's it going, buddy? And it's going to brighten up a few of these screens down here. Upper ECAM. Lower ECAM. And the FO's bits and bobs as well. There we go. Cool, right. Let's go and get the flight plan loaded into the EFB. How's your day going, Dan? We're going to grab the OFP. There it is. 386 miles, and then we got wind, not too strong, 34 knots, flying time 1 hour 7 minutes, and so the fuel, trip fuel is 2.9 tons. Our alternate is going to be Manchester, and we've got taxi of 230 out of Gatwick. We don't want too much fuel because, like I said, a very short runway up in Dundee. So we have a quick look. I'll show you quickly before we get set up what we have to be doing. If we go here, you can see we're going to come in runway 09. We've got 1400 meters to play with. If we float anywhere down here, we're not going to stop by the end. So we're not going to take, I reckon, 6.6 tons. We're going to take 5.6 tons and see how that does. Actually, let's take 5.5. Get that on. And see how we do. So we'll have forward door passengers, baggage, external power, aft door, and catering. And with that, we can get the passengers starting to board. We'll have a bit of that going, and we'll have British Airways. Cool. And the passengers should be starting to make their way onto the aircraft. There we go. Right, let's jump down. We'll do the McDo. So we should have a valid airback cycle, hopefully. Let's have a look. Yes, 23rd of Feb. Pretty good. Atsu, AOC, init press. There's the init date request. We're shuttle 12 kilo from Gatwick up to Dundee. 1 hour and 7 minutes. Now let's get a bit of payload on. Let's have a look how many passengers are coming up for the ride. 174. So we'll start them boarding. There we go. And let's go and do the init request. There we go. Cost index 23, flight level 220 for the cruise. Is that right? Let's have a look. Unless we're going to have a step climb somewhere, are we? Let's have a look. Yeah, cruise level 360 for the cruise. There we go. That's better. And we'll do it init B. We have 5.5 tons of motion lotion to go in. Block fuel. 0 fuel weight. Cool. There we go. And according to the flight plan, our alternate's going to be Manchester, and that's going to need 1.9 tons for the alternate, which will leave us with not much. 9 minutes of extra flying time. And the wind that we can put in was minus... What we're doing, wind was minus 34. So the headwind going up as well, so that might be a little bit more fuel. We've still got 30 minutes reserve. 1.9 tons down to Manchester. Leaves us, like I said, 100 kilos of extra fuel. That'll be quite good fun when we get there. So, flight plan. From Gatwick, we're going to go out of runway 26 left, I believe. Yeah, 26 left. And the Lamborn 6 Mike departure. Insert that. Now, into Dundee, there is no arrival. ILS 09, and there's no SIDS. Sorry, no SARS available up there. So, that'll be self-vectored in when we get there. Just clear that out as well. There'll be 2 Lamborns, which there is. Let's get rid of that one. Get rid of that. So Lamborn, then Brookman's Park, and then to Potton, Bedford, Pippin, Leicester, then up to Pole Hill, Ribble, up past up towards Newcastle, and then a BV, Inip, towards Glasgow, and Edinburgh, and then across to Inrev, Tallaght, Edinburgh. We start our descent around Edinburgh into Dundee. Cool. So let's go and we'll do a bit of performance. If I can find the right performance calculator. Where's it at? There it is. Cool. There we go. I'll grab the chart. I'm going to put these on my other screen just for a sec. And we're going to get the relevant info put in. So 26 left. I believe it's 26. Have I put the wrong one in there? It's 26 right, isn't it? Oh no, 26 left. Cool. So 26 left is 258 degrees. 258. Elevation is 196. Runway length be huge in Gatwick, 3,316 metres. Let's go and grab the weather off the fly pad. Certainly a bit warmer in the UK today than it has been. Yeah, 7 degrees. And the winds are 180 at 2 knots, very light. From the south. Thank you. 2 knots, outside air temperature 7 degrees. QNH is 1034 high pressure yet again, stuck over the southern part of England. Just got that in it stuff. Takeoff 66 tons. And the CG is going to be 24.1. There we go. Bring this back across now. There's the performance. So we can do a flap 1 takeoff, flex is 60 degrees, 52, 53, 53. 1 unit up for the trimmable horizontal stabilizer, and that should hopefully get us out quite nicely. So 60 degree flex, flap 1 up 1, 1.0. Cool, so we've got V1 152, 153 for VR, 153 also for V2. Transition altitude 6,000 feet, which is fine. So let's get rid of the performance calculator for now. And then that way we can just go and check everything else. We need to put the departure. I think we need to put Brookman's Parking and Lambourne. There's Lambourne. Big in Dettlin. This is the departure out. It's going to be right hand turn, not above 4,000 feet. 29 miles from Dettlin. After that we can go to 5,000 feet at Acorn, not above or below. Left hand turn up to towards Lambourne, 5,000 feet from 15 miles. Then 10 miles from the Lambourne VOR we can go 6,000 feet. And initial climb is going to be, oh yeah, it's going to be 4,000 feet to begin with. We'll go and pop that in. 4,000 feet is set. Constraints can come on. We'll set the QNH 1034, and we'll check the passengers, and we'll go and have a look at our taxi out. Not many passengers left, which is good. We're going to go outside. Let's get the charts for that taxi route that we need to take. Let's have a look. So it's 26 left. So we're pretty much straight all the way down Papa, and then Bravo Romeo, hold at Bravo 1. Looks like pretty straight. If we all the way down Papa, all the way down, we'll be tickety boo. Let's have a look outside. See if we can find Papa. It's gonna be this one. Is that Papa there? Looks like it could be this one here, straight way down. Cool. Let's call the tug.
Cockpit to ground.
Yep.
This is ground. Stand by.
Let's close the flight deck door. Reset the rudder trim. Ignitions and master levers are there at idle. Thrust levers are idle. Flaps are at 0. Squawking 2125 as usual. That's at auto. That can come to on.
We're ready to go when you are.
And that Lambourne VOR we're going to tune up as well, won't we? Let's just get that in.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 12. Our flight time will be ready
Lambourne
1
15.6.
hour and 7 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed.
VOR 1.
If not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across the wrap. Your tray table seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked.
We'll put Detling in 17.3 as well.
Prepare cabin for departure.
17.3 into Detling. Cool, there we go. We've got 2 VORs tuned up that we need. We'll just set that. We're going to try out this. We're going to set 6,000 for now, and we'll see if it'll stop us at 4,000. which it should. And we are good to start this pushback, I reckon.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
Jump up here, let's get some
Start. Please release parking brake.
there we go. Show some pressure in the engines, 35 psi, which we do. And go back to flight plan.
Parking brake.
Parking brakes released.
Parking brakes are released.
And we'll start engine number 2.
You can start the engines in sequence. It will start in the sequence.
There goes engine 2. Just nip outside, see where we're going to push back to. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your
We will do the BA safety brief. Push back. Just jump back in and check out how engine number 2 is going. It's getting there.
We're now going to explain the emergency procedures on this British Airways
Looking pretty good.
aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety.
We're
It
gonna
is
try and
important
find our
that
way
you
out of
pay
here.
attention
Gatwick being a
and
huge
follow
airport.
instructions carefully. First, check your
I always get
seatbelt
lost.
is
Last time we
securely
left the Gatwick,
fastened. Insert the metal
we took
tag
off
into
from
the buckle
the wrong
and
runway.
tighten by pulling on the loose end.
get engine number 1
To
going.
unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight, even when the sign is off.
Right, let's we'll
Your
stop
life
that
jacket
there.
is either beside or underneath your
Parking
seat.
brake set.
To use it, take it out of the container
Jump back
and
in the
place
flight
it
deck.
over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at your side.
We can get
Inflate your life jacket
protective
when
wind
you
shoe on.
leave the
That can come on.
aircraft. We
That
will
can be
supply
done.
life cots for babies and life jackets for children. In the unlikely event of the aircraft having to make an
We'll set that
emergency
to run.
landing, you'll be told to take this
Wait for that
protective
good engine
brace
start on
position.
engine number
But when seated
2.
facing rearwards in Club World, you must adopt this position. We will now explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency. Move quickly to the closest usable
We can do a
exit,
quick flight control check
taking
on the way
nothing
for
with
that as
you.
well.
High-heel shoes must be taken off as they may tear the evacuation
full up.
slide. Emergency lighting, including floor-level
down.
lighting, will help you find your
Neutral.
way to the
Full
exits.
right.
These are clearly signed.
Full left. Neutral. And we'll do rudder.
There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft
Full
and
left.
2 at the front of each cabin section.
Full left.
Your crew will now point
Full
out the
right.
exits nearest to you.
Neutral. Try it left again. There we go. Perfect.
To open the doors, move the handle in the direction of the red arrow.
That's a good start on
Opening the
engine
doors
number 1
automatically
as well.
inflates the evacuation
Ignition back
slides.
to neutral, normal.
The slides
sorry.
can also
and
be inflated by
APU
pulling
come off,
this
that can come
handle.
off.
Jump onto the
Get some of
slide
these on,
and move
got
away from
taxi.
the aircraft.
That can
If
be
the
on.
aircraft has landed on water,
Everything
these
else
slides
looks,
detach to form
uh,
rafts.
Looks
As
good.
you leave the aircraft, inflate your life jacket by pulling the red tag.
So
If
we'll get
necessary,
ourselves going.
blow into this
As you just
mouthpiece
finished
to top
watching
up
the,
the air. The life jacket is fitted with a
as you
light
finished
and a
watching the safety
whistle.
brief, we will get ourselves.
Your oxygen mask is behind the
Taxied out.
panel just above your head. If the cabin air system should
runway.
fail, this will be released. Stay in your seat and
Gonna have
pull
the
the
chart
mask
on my second
towards
screen
you
so we
to
see where
open
we're
your
going.
supply. Please note that the bag does not inflate. Place
this
it
should be
over your
proper,
mouth and
and that's where
nose
we're gonna head
and
to.
adjust the band to secure it. Then
get the
breathe
flaps travelling.
normally. Do make sure your own mask is correctly fitted
Order
before
brake to
helping
max.
anyone else. In some
Release that
areas,
parking brake.
you release the mask by pulling on this
And,
coloured streamer. If you're
it a
in a
bit
Club
throttle.
World sleeper seat, you may need to reach through the dividing screen to retrieve your mask. All electronic devices, including mobile phones, must be switched off, and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach and
So
landing.
Papa, it should be Papa all
Please
the way
ensure
down
your
to
mobile phone and any
holding point
devices that
Bravo
can send or receive
1
calls
at
or text
runway 26
messages
left.
remain off for the flight.
Ideally.
Any items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled
Should just be
now.
straight ahead.
Some electronic devices can be used once we're airborne. Please check High Life magazine. Take care your hand baggage isn't blocking the aisles or exits. It must be put under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. But place items in the locker carefully, as they may fall and
We
injure
will
someone.
just in the cabin.
As we prepare for takeoff, please make sure that your tray table is put away,
Do that
your
as well.
seat is upright and your armrest is down. Please stow your
Everything else is
individual
good.
video
Auto
screen and
brake is on
footstool
max.
if you have them. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have
there.
any
Good.
questions, please ask your crew. We hope you have a relaxed
Yeah, like I said,
and
if we just
enjoyable
keep going
flight.
straight down, we should end up at Bravo 1. So this is going to be runway 26 right. If we cross this, and this should be 26 left. There it is. So we'll just stop there. Get these lights on. That can go to takeoff. That can come on. Everything else is good. We'll go and get ourselves lined up, and we'll get ourselves away. We'll take Bravo Romeo, we don't need to take full length. Massive runway. Cool, so we will just stop there a sec. I'll reset that view. Cool. Everything's looks good. We've got free speeds 152, 153, climb nav 1 FD2, 4,000 feet, initial stop altitude, and we got QNH 1034. So apart from that, guys, we're good to we're good to get going. So let's have 50% N1. Is there. Let's release the toe brakes. 1, 2 clicks forward. Man flex 60 SRS runway. Auto thrust armed and blue. Ooh, jigging about a bit there. There we are. $100 knots. There's V1 and rotate, up we go. Up on those flight directors. It's a positive climb, the gear's coming up. The way we go out of Gatwick. Nice shadow of us just there. Lovely jubbly. Just see we do have a 220 knot restriction. There's lever climb. Thrust climb, nav. 4,000 magenta. So it has got alt constraint there. We got 6,000 set. It should keep us at 4,000 feet for now. And hopefully climb us up after we can get out. Let's just get rid of the spoilers. There we go. Sorry, the flaps. There's 4,000 magenta. So we'll see. There you go, alt constraint. And we do have the constraint all the way at 4,000 feet to 25 miles from Detland, then 5,000 feet is next at Acorn. So we'll see if this we're going well off the track here, well off the track. Still at 220 knots. And I've just realised I've forgotten to just put you back in the full screen. There we go. Apologies for that. I've completely forgot because I can't hear the audio for the safety brief. I forgot that it was there. So there we are. So we're level at 4,000 feet now, heading towards Detland. 220 knots. After here we can go to 250, and then we can hopefully get higher climb. Just have to see whether the fly-by-wire VNAV will actually get us any higher. Once we reach this point, half a mile, it should speed us up. Let's just see. We're at 220. It should pip to 250. There it is. And we got climb. Climb alt constraint at the minute. Let's just see what's it going to do after this 4,000 feet. It should take us to 5,000 is what it should do. Should take us to 5,000. So let's just see what happens. And when it might want to do it. You can see 5,000 there, so which is good. So it should, in theory, it should take us up to 5,000 if it's working correctly. But busy London airspace, we need to comply with this this SID, because there'll be aircraft all around doing whatever they're doing. Let's just see. So in theory we need 3 miles ish to get up to 5,000 feet. So we'll see if it does do that. We have 6,000 set, which is what we can be up to at Lambourne. So let's see. I still got climb there, alt constraint. It knows it's a hard altitude, there's no minus or plus figure next to it as well. So we'll see if it will do this. Hopefully, because that VNAV working will be quite useful. Let's get a bit of music on. Is it going to take us up? Oh, who's ringing me? I'd like to think that we would have got further climb from ATC now. We are burning more fuel lower down, which is good. We don't want to be too heavy. Dundee with its 1,400 metre runway will be interesting when we get there. We need to be low and slow and get on the deck as quick as we can. We'll have medium auto brake, max reverse and manual braking as well to get us to come to a stop as well. That should help us out. Just gonna wait till till Acorn to climb, isn't it? Where we need to be at 5,000 feet by Acorn. Yeah, it's not going to climb us at all. Let's see, now it reckons it's got the 5,000 feet restriction here. I'd have thought it's not starting to climb us. We'll have a look at now. The fly-by-wire has got CPDLC in here as well. If we go in here, you can see we can connect Hobby A cars, which will be its CPDLC we can use as well a bit later on. We'll try that out. We do have some failures in there as well, that's quite cool. But yeah, CPDLC for A cars. We can use this the DCDU as well. Right, so we're going to be, let's have a quick look what we're doing after that. I think our departure, once we get to Lambourne, not above or below 6,000 feet, we will crack on. We'll get the arrival in as well, because, like I said, we want to plan this well in advance. There is no arrivals in. There's 2,200 feet. And altitude 4,002. So we'll plan to be 2,200 feet at 6 miles. So we've got the locator. There's no waypoints either. So let's use the runway for now as the fix. Echo Golf Papa November 09. We're going to have that at that's going to be 0. So from 36 is our cruise. We're going to use that as our descent. Target altitude will be put in 0. It's 113 miles from the airport is our descent. 113 in, and we'll put the reciprocal runway in as well for the extended descent line to vector ourselves out. There we go. So we should see top of drop. There it is. Yeah, that's got 6,000 there. We've gone past that 5,000 restriction. We're now climbing out 6,000 feet. Look, so that's worked out well. So we are 11 from Lambourne. After Lambourne, we can go to 360 for the cruise. That's full standard. Shush. Climb up. Thank you. So what we've got, ADF2, that can disappear, we don't need that anymore. And we're almost at Lambourne, 7 miles. In the lovely Landor, 320 by British Airways. I think let's just climb 3.6 now. Get ourselves away from the ground. There we go. Up we go. Thrust climb, open climb, 360 blue. And away we go. Let's wind it out a little bit now. There we go. It's pretty much a straight line up. So look at the route and up where we're going to go to. As you can see, there we are, just to the northeast London now. We're going to head up towards the Midlands, up via Leicester, Nottingham, then across towards Manchester. We're going to track up the western side of the UK, and then we're going to make our way across towards Edinburgh. In fact, directly overhead Edinburgh, over the Forth of Fife, and then vectors in for runway 09 into Dundee. We will have to vector ourselves in. Terrain wise, nothing really of any interest. We're going to come off just before, if I knock the microphone over it like that, we'll come up about Luthrie. We're going to come off vector, gentle vector in to 09. There are no arrivals into Dundee, as you can see. 0 approaches. We've got an ILS 09, RNAV, and an RNAV on 27. We're going to try the ILS just to try it out. Like I said, a 1400 metre runway, not very long at all, and it's right on the river, so it should be quite a good approach. We got ORBX scenery in for Dundee too. Should be quite cool. Just brighten those a little bit. And that one, and this one as well. Good. There we are. So 113 for 360. Everything else is good. We've disarmed the spoilers, which we have. Flaps are at 0. Everything else looks good. I can go back to engine, and we should be able to get rid of the landing lights. That can come off. That can come off. Seatbelt sign is off as well. And for those of you who just joined us, we do have top of descent marker in and that extended descent line, which we're going to use for the arrival in. A bit later on, not far to run for this flight, not very long at all. It's about an hour. 321 miles left, landing at 1:30, which is just under an hour from now. You might shave a few minutes off. We do have a headwind all the way up, which will slow us down just a smidge. But yeah, you can see on that flight plan, just a straight line. pretty much northwest for now. If you do want to fly along, we're on the North Europe server as well. Come and join in. But obviously, after we've done this, we will be going back down to Gatwick, and then depending on the time, we may do another flight as well. See what we're doing. I still fancy a flight down to Mallorca as well, so we're going to do a Balearic trip, possibly over the weekend as well. Cool, just while we're getting up in the cruise, I'm just going to quickly go and grab another drink. I'll be back with you guys in 2 minutes. Yo, guys. Two 10,000 feet to go, pretty much. We are currently, let's have a look where we are. Should be up towards the Midlands. Yeah, heading up towards, just past Cambridge and then towards Leicester. So yeah, we'll head back down to Gatwick once we get up to Dundee. Assuming we make it all right, and we don't crash before we get there, or miss the run off the end of the runway, which is possible. We'll turn around and we'll go back down to Gatwick, and we'll also potentially do another flight. If not, we'll come back later on this evening and do another one, depending on how the time goes. Don't forget, if you are on YouTube, smash that like button if you're enjoying it, and the subscribe button to be notified whenever we go live next, and come join along. So I haven't got the wind, 45 knot headwind now as well. Just slowing us down a little bit. Oh, look at our plane from the outside, look at that. Pretty cool. Nice weather. Looking out the window here in Newcastle, there's only a couple of little wispy clouds about, so it should be nice all the way up. We can, however, go and grab some. Let's just grab the weather, see what it's like in Dundee. So look, 260 2 knots, very light winds, and there's a few clouds at 3,500. It's 4 degrees, QNH 1027. So it's a nice afternoon there. Just see about the landing. Let's see if we can calculate our what it reckons we got here. So we got EGPN being the ICAO. Let it get the meta out. There it is. Right, let's see if we can calculate this. See what we're going to do. Wind direction. We're going to be runway conditions dry. Let's see what runway are we going to land on. Where's landing config at? It's definitely going to be flaps full. Overrate, no. Thrust, reverse thrust, yes. Our approach speed, what's that going to be? Let's see if we can get this, have a look. Approach speed's going to be 142. 142. Runway slope, let's have a look. On here. Has it got a slope on? No. Possible turbulence on both runways during strong north winds. P operated, only to be used operated 30 minutes. Runway 09. Groove 3 degrees. Glide. Slopes 1159 meters. Takeoff width 98. Nothing on there, is it? It's going to show that? No. Right. runway heading, we can put our runway altitude, we can put that in. Elevation is 17 feet. Runway heading 092. Landing distance available. A bit tight, it's going to be 1,319 meters. Wonder why it won't calculate that. So look, overweight procedure, no. Oh, no, it will. One. Wow. Max manual 1433. It reckons that we won't make it in 1,319. We just increase that. What's the maximum we could use if we put 1,400 in? If we use full length. Yeah, max manual reckons we need 1,433 meters. So, according to that, we will not stop in time. There's my calc cruise. We will give it a try. This is the whole point of doing this flight. We are going to fly up and try and get on a 1,400 meter runway. And it may work and it may not. But it'll all be good fun to try it out. It'll be good fun to try it out. So yeah, if we look at that. 4,593 feet, 1,400 meters. We need to stop here. There's no turn pad on 09. And we'll try and get in here somewhere. If we take a look at the... if I can find it a sec, 2 seconds. If we look on ORBX, I do have the scenery for this, so this is why I wanted to try it out. Once it loads up. Products, here we go. Dundee, if you have a look on these pictures, it's very, very short. If we overrun, then we're going to have a little bit of a problem. We need to be down. It's not going to be a smooth landing. It's going to be down, stop, as quick as we can. See if we get a better look at the runway from here. We'll go to the pub though afterwards. Yeah, look at that. Not very big at all. As the worst comes to worst, we need to exit here and park up. It's not a big airport. It's not by any stretch of the imagination. Nice scenery though. But yeah, we just not got a lot of room to get our plane on the ground. I'll be even more knackered if it was wet, so hopefully it's going to be dry. But yeah, Dundee is where we're heading to. We'd normally take these jets in. Smaller aircraft. But yeah. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to get our plane down. We can't float. It's going to be down and done. And stopped very, very quick. But yeah, that landing reckons we're about 33 meters short of what we need. If we can get our speed even further down without stalling as well, that'd be quite useful. Yeah, I don't expect it to be very smooth landing at all. We just got to bosh it down and be done with it. So how long we got left? Let's have a quick look. 220 miles, and we do need to self-vector as well. We'll have minimum fuel. We've only got 3.7 left at the minute. So Zappos, we needed to have... Where is Zappos? On here. Zappos, we need 4.5 tons, it reckons. We've got 3.7. So yeah, we're not going to have much to play with when we get there. We don't have enough to get to Manchester, apparently. But yeah, we're going to give this a whirl. Not going to be pretty, but it will be fun. The wind's very light, 260 at 2 knots. But ideally a headwind would have been nice. Just clear that up a bit. We'll clear up these charts. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. You can see they're up just towards Sheffield to our right hand side. We should be able to see if we can see anything of Sheffield. Just down here.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight meal service. Please look in the seat back for our menu.
Landor BA320 Neo G-Bush.
If you would like to order additional menu items, please hit the flight attendant call button at any time, and we'll be over shortly to assist.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Just going back, let's go and see where airport on here, where we are, anywhere near anything interesting. EGGP is just there, which is Liverpool, and then we got where's Doncaster, Sheffield? Should be somewhere near. There's Leeds, Bradford. Just passing Manchester. There's Manchester to our left hand side. Liverpool, and then upwards towards. There'll be Newcastle going up as well. That's Durham Tees Valley, or Teesside as it's now called. Yeah, our alternate is Manchester. I might have thought Newcastle might have been a bit closer, or Edinburgh if we had a pickle. But yeah, Manchester's the alternate for this. Destination estimate fuel on board below minimum, apparently. Because, yeah, we have no extra time flying before we eat into our final reserve time, which, to be fair, if we were real flight, that would have been a pickle, but for us, trying this out in the sim, it's no big issue. If we go here, so I reckon we've got 2.3 tons when we arrive, but that's fine. I wouldn't worry about that. Actually, is there anything we want to tune up? I'm going to put in some stuff in the progress page. Let's have a look. Well, we're going to start our descent. So this is going to be our descent is based on being at 0 at the threshold for the runway. Yeah, 3,000 feet transition altitude. Bit of terrain around the airport. 1, 2. So what do they recommend? That's 3. Where is 1? 1 within 2,900 and within 10 miles. It's 2,900 and 2,800. So that's fine. 2,200 with 3,000 at the locator, so we fly over the airport and back in. What's it got in the in here for us to do? Let's just go and skip through this a little bit and have a look. What do they think it's going to fly? It's going to fly something like that's fine. It doesn't look too bad. But what we'll do is we'll come off a little bit, give us a little bit of an extended final. Because that's just going to turn us straight onto the airport, which is no good. So we'll come off somewhere where that starts to turn us right. We'll come off and then turn ourselves right a bit further up. So I'm going to go and put in what should we put in? Put in the airport at 09. That can go in. We are 163 miles away from the threshold. We want to start our descent 113 miles away, roughly. Some guy, buddy, how's it going, mate? But yeah, we ideally want to be fully configured, full flaps, everything, 10 miles, if not slightly before. "10 miles, if not before, we want to be fully configured, flaps full, and as slow as we possibly can to make sure we can make this arrival. It'll certainly be fun. Get rid of that. See if we can get just refresh the weather. Yeah, nothing. This change, we got little to no wind at all. So we've got pretty much about a 2-knot tailwind, roughly. And top of descent is less than 40 miles out. Let's have a look what we got. Yeah, about 35, 34 miles before top of drop. Top of drop is coming down to 2,200. Like I said, we'll do the turnaround and we'll go back down to Gatwick after we got on the ground. Or hopefully got on the ground in Dundee, because we don't have a lot of fuel to try it again if we need to go around. Let's have a quick check on the passengers, see how they're doing. Very satisfied. They're serving lunch. Everyone is very happy. This geezer's very thirsty, but apart from that, everything looks good. They may not be happy by the time we get there, though. However, they may be needing those sick bags. And we could be playing. Where's it going? This could be a very relevant song very soon.
You can always go around if it don't look right coming down. Don't wait until you're sideways, maybe sliding on the ground. You can always go around.
Which is maybe what we were doing shortly. Always go around. Top drop 10 miles, guys, 10 miles. We'll start off going down 5,000. So we're going to wind that in. Ready? Whoa, autopilot back in, thank you. Why does that keep coming off? Every time I seem to touch the side stick there, it's gone off again. Stay on. What is this? Right, let's get that off, get the constraints back on. There you are, that is pretty much our top of drop. Let's get down. 5,000 feet, thrust idle, open descent. Down we go. Let's go and do some weather. Alright, let's grab this again. And we'll put this in. Well, actually, we know the wind. The QNH 1027. Wind was 262. 260 at 2, the temperature was 4 degrees. In that case we don't really need that, do we? Let's get the barrow ref and see how we're doing on that. What is the barrow? Cat C 317. There we go. That's that all set up. Just going to keep that so we can see the extended centre line, because we're going to take ourselves off anyway, so we don't need to be too concerned about this approach as it stands. Once we get to Edinburgh, we'll come off and head off elsewhere. So right, let's get the progress page up a minute. So 96 miles to lose. We're going down to say 2,000 feet. So that's 26,000 feet to lose. 26 is then 52, 52, 72, 78 miles we need. So VS. Let's get that down. Let's try 2,200 for now. See how that goes. And if we are still a bit high, then we can douche a bit of speed breakout. We should be into Scotland pretty much. So look there, well, Carlisle. Then over into the Scottish borders, and then up to towards Edinburgh. Cool. So as slow as possible on the approach, full flaps, gear down by about 10 miles, be fully configured, nice and early. Medium auto brake, max reverse and max manual braking as well to get us on the deck. I believe that's the River Tyne that we're going over. So roughly 20,000 feet, we need 60 miles to go. Got 82, so well high. Sorry, we're probably quite low at the minute, I'd have thought. Looking at that, we'll fiddle with the vertical speed shortly. Two little lumps and bumps cropping in. Looking at why Fly Live has got an issue with its life. We're going more than 40 minutes, 46% into this flight, so I'd ignore that if I were you. Let's get back to the flight deck. Wind that out just a little bit. So Edinburgh's going to be our break-off point. We'll pull the heading and fly up towards that blue dash line. Need 60 miles, we've got 72. That VS can come back. Let's try 1800. Yo, Finnish pilot buddy, how's it going, mate? You missed a couple. I haven't streamed. I've only streamed once this week so far. I've been busy at work. Yeah, the last stream was, when was it? Monday? Yeah, Monday. But yeah, this should be fun. We're going to try and get this this on the deck. We've got 1400 meters to play with. Runway 09 into Dundee of all places. So it's not going to be a pretty landing, it's going to be hard. Get it on the ground, max reverse, medium auto brake and max manual brakes as well. To get stopped before we come off the end. It's going to be fun. I did use the landing calculator in here. It reckons that we're going to be short 33 meters short of runway before we can stop. That's with max manual as well. So that's going to be interesting. So Edinburgh, our break-off point on this arrival to vector ourselves in. There is no stars into Dundee. It'll be self-vectored in. Edinburgh will just come up slightly and then swing ourselves to the right. Hopefully that'll work itself out. And be at 2,200 feet, 8 miles from the deck. Can get Cat C aircrafts in. It does have the minimum for it, so let's see if we can get this in. How far are we from the airport now? 54 miles, 13,000 feet. 13, 26, 39. Let's bring that down a bit further, I guess. 15. Let's try 1,400 feet. See how that pans out. Fuel wise, we don't have a lot to play around with either, because I try to take as minimum amount of fuel that we can, so we're not too heavy. Fuel, it reckons it's not even calculating that anymore. It's, we did get the message saying fuel on board is below minimum required, so we might be eating the reserves if we do the go around. Could be interesting. So we're coming up 10,000 feet. When we'll get the landing lights on now. Seatbelt sign can go on as well. And we're all good for this. Passengers may not be too happy shortly. They may be reaching for the sick bags.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
There's Edinburgh. Like I said, that's going to be our break-off point. As we fly towards the blue dash line to give us a bit more of an extended final. Radnav, it's got... So check that. 108.1 and India Delta Delta Echo is all tuned in as well, which is good. I'll put that on ready. BCL, I wonder where that is. It's got an ILS though. Actually, I should get rid of it. No point, I had the wrong one on. It'll only confuse me a bit later on. Not sure British Airways actually flew this route. I don't think anyone. Patrick Firth, yes, we're heading to Dundee, buddy. We are heading to Dundee. It is a very exotic place, yeah. Where else would you want to go on a Friday afternoon? So we are, this is Edinburgh coming up. And like I said, we're going to start coming off this arrival in a minute. 9,000 feet. Let's still have the speed brake out just to slow down and keep that height coming off. The Philippines. No, my plan was, Patrick, to try and get this on the deck in Dundee, because if you've seen the runway, it reckons we don't have enough room to actually stop. Max manual and full reverse, 1,433 metres. Obviously, runway length in Dundee is 1,400, so it'll be quite fun. Alright, there's Edinburgh. Can we see anything of it yet? There's the airport. It'll be fun if we end up at the end of the... We'll no doubt end up coming off the end, no doubt. Right, let's pull that head and let's head off and start vectoring ourselves around here. There's no SIDS. Sorry, no stars into Dundee either, so I'll keep that descent coming down. Let's try 4,000 feet now. As long as we're nice and slow and nice and low and fully configured by 10 miles, I reckon we stand a good chance. If we stamp on the brakes and just dump it on the ground. That should work, hopefully. So 26 miles, 5,000 feet. We only need 15. We only need 15 miles, so we're pretty much. I'm going to activate that approach phase as well. Get some speed off. Just keep coming to the left, just a little bit more. Just as we slow down, I'll give us a bit further to be nicely configured for it. That is the plan. Temperature is 2 degrees. Let's have a bit of anti-ice on. There's 4,000 feet. Terrain wise around here, have we got anything interesting? 42484426. So in theory there should be some terrain below us here. I don't believe it, but shut up. Right, there's the ILS lock approach AP2. In case we cock it up, and let's just keep coming down. 3,000 feet. There's 2,200 feet is the platform for the ILS. Get rid of those speed brakes now, we don't need those. But like I said, we need at least medium auto brake. Well, armor spoiler's ready. So where are we coming up? We should be coming up. There we are. Could probably bring ourselves a little bit round now to the right. Just head straight north for now. Uh-oh. Oh, there we are. Thank goodness. That was a slight stutter of the sim for some reason. Probably why it loads in the ORBX scenery. Start slowing down flap 1. Let's get the cabin on the arses. And what we'll do is we'll just stop the music for now, or at least turn it down, increase the sim volume, and see what happens in a few minutes. But yeah, if we float, we are absolutely knackered for being able to stop. No chance. Any type of float, and we're done for. So we're going to start losing that last 800 feet as we turn on this final approach. Because there is a bit of terrain floating around. This should where we're coming 4,200 feet. Around here. So yeah, you can see what we're trying to do. And you can hear the train call out below us at the minute. We just reckon that the train then comes down to 2,000, within 10 nautical miles, 2,900, 2,800. So we'll start trying to grab the ILS. We'll gently swing it round. Hopefully we'll get lock star any second now, and we'll start losing that last bit of... So I might just start bringing this down now. 2,200.
2,500.
There's lock star. So flap 2. Nose in landing, military. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be all 3 pins down at once, I reckon. I don't think we can do much about it. We need to be on the deck and stop quick. There's the localizer, glide slopes there. We can get rid of the anti-ice. And the airport should be right just here on this little peninsula bit. There's 2,200. We'll take flap 3. And very useful for this, we've got a 20 knot tailwind as well. Let's get the drag, let's get the gear down and flap full as well. Alright then, 7.5 miles, but everything's done. We are fully configured, ready to get this dumped on the ground, hopefully. One last quick look. ILS we're on. And yeah, we've literally got to vacate Alpha's very end. If not, then we're... Glide slope start. We can't go much slower either, otherwise we'll stall. Two whites, two reds already, so that's alright. The auto brake still in. Auto brake still in. It's now gone off. Come on, auto brake. What are you doing? There we go. At least that wind's dropped off now. Only 10 knots. I can get my feet on the rudder pedals ready. 1,000 feet. Let's have a look what we can do. So I'll be expecting a very high landing rate for this. Does look pretty cool though, this approach. Pretty cool. Right, anyway. Let's do the exciting bit.
500.
Five knot wind now, which is even better.
100 above.
There's land. Here we go then, guys. What do you reckon? It's got to be boshed down.
100.
Get down, plane. Get down. No floating.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Get down. That's max reverse and max manual braking as well. Oh, miles of room. Miles of room. Oh, there we are. We're even going to make this exit just here. Perfect.
The local time is 1:29 p.m. and it's currently about 5 degrees Celsius.
So we must have stopped well within 1,000 meters. Smooth. I mean, considering how long we had and what we had to do, that really wasn't that bad, to be fair. It wasn't that bad. Right, let's get the lights off. Off, and we'll start the APU as well. Not that one. No, I haven't, Patrick, unfortunately. I would have liked to see a replay of that as well. That would have been quite good. Right, let's go and find somewhere to park. In this very titchy airport. Flaps spot is disarmed. There we go. Where can we go? Let's have a look. Can we get, is that a parking spot? Somewhere here. I reckon we'll park just there. Set the parking brake. It does have small airfields as well. Yes, it does. So you can get like grass strips and everything like that to land on. APU is available. That's engine number 2 can come off, and engine 1. And we'll go up here. That can come off. That can come off. That as well. And that. Get off. There we are. Seatbelt signs off. And there's the passengers getting themselves sorted. We'll get the see if we can get some steps to appear. Anything going to appear for them? Or are they going to jump out? I think they're just going to jump out. No steps have arrived or anything, but this is ORBX scenery for Dundee. It's actually quite nice, to be honest, for a small airport. It's not too bad. It was only £6, I think, and I wanted to try it out just because it had purely because it had a small runway. But yeah, we made it. Quite happily made it. So what we'll do is we'll let these passengers get themselves sorted, get themselves off. I'll turn that down, put the music back on. I'm going to make up a new flight plan, and we're going to get ourselves away down to Gatwick again for the return trip. And depending on what time it is when we get to Gatwick, if there's enough time, we'll go ahead and do another flight. But I'll leave you with some lovely views of Gatwick when I go and some lovely views of Dundee when I go and make up this new flight plan. See what we got here. There you go. I'll leave you with some nice views of Dundee when I go and have a quick break, make a new flight plan, and I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes time. And we'll do it all over again, and this time with a longer runway, so we don't have to do much faffing on when we get down there. But yeah, I'll see you all in just a few minutes.
My
Yo guys, right, I'm back. We've got a new flight plan. I think those passengers should have offloaded themselves now, so we'll whiz back down to the flight deck, and we'll go and get ourselves set up for this this return trip back. Get that new flight plan in. There we go. Down from Dundee down to Gatwick. We need to be. Can you land the Icon A5 on what? You can do water landings, yes, I do know you can. Whether the A5 you can, I'm not sure, but you definitely can. Yeah, brakes are hot, obviously. But you definitely can do water landings, yes. So look how hot are the brakes, where the wheel's at. Youch. 320 degrees in the brakes, so if we put the brake fan on, that should help out. Get rid of that master caution. And yeah, we'll go back and let's do this all again. Down to Gatwick, let's have a look. Fuel wise, we can take whatever we need for this now. Here comes the flight plan. So we need 6 tons, trip fuel 2.7. Minimum takeoff fuel is 5.8. Let's take minimum fuel of 5.8 because it's not a long runway to get up our speed, is it? I guess that'll be the issue. And let's go and load some passengers and other bits and bobs back on. Atsu AOC init press, and we'll get the there we are, Gatwick, sorry, Dundee to Gatwick, 1 hour 5 minutes. We're now shuttle 13 kilo, and we'll go and get the payload on. How many passengers are coming back down to Gatwick with us? Again, 174 coming back down, so let's load them. And we'll do the init request as well. Flight level 250, I don't think so. I think it would be 35 possibly. That'll be a step climb somewhere. 2537 on the way back. Let's just change that then. 370 in for the cruise. And we got fuel, we got 5.8 in. 5.8 for the block fuel. And 0 fuel weight can be done. And what is the alternate? Alternate Paris Charles de Gaulle of 1.5 tons. That can go in there. At some point over the weekend, we are going to take a trip down to the Balearic Islands as well, because now the fly-by-wire does have CPDLC, which I do want to try out on VATSIM. But obviously, you do have to have this. So I do want to try out the CPDLC. So we'll fly down to the Balearic Islands over the weekend, and we'll set off probably from Newcastle. Be a good 2.5 hour flight down down to there, so we can use VATSIM, try out CPDLC, and see how that works out as well. I have got it all set up with the A cars in here, I believe. There's the Hoppy A cars we can use as well. So we'll try that out. If not tomorrow, we're definitely doing that Sunday. But yeah, maybe tomorrow we'll do that. So let's do the flight plan out, and let's have a look. What we're going to do, flight plan. So runway 27 direct to Greece. Departure 27. No SIDS. Insert that. Let's clear that out. We're going direct Greece, which is what we're doing. Gatwick. At the moment, what they landed on, I reckon 08 right. Let's have a quick look what they're using. Just want to load this up as well. Let's have a quick look. This is 1 Golf. Pin that. Gatwick charts. 08 right. Initial approach, final approach. Let's have a quick look. Let's do that. That one can go in there. And we'll have the taxi charts for here as well. Cool. So this is 1 Golf, runway 08 right. Has it got ILS for 08 right? Oh, it does. There it is. This is 1 Golf arrival. There it is. And we'll put in, what's the Vias gonna be? Gonna be Willow or somewhere, is it daft like that? Yeah, via Willow. Insert. There we go. So, the interesting thing will be the performance out of here. With such a small runway, will we make it out of here or not? Just grab this. This will be rather telling if we need to do. We'll have to do, no doubt, full toga takeoff. And maybe flap 2 takeoff as well. Let's have a look. Right, runway is 272 degrees. Elevation, not very high, 14 feet. Runway length, here we go, 1400 meters. No chance. The wind is, if we go flap 2, we can't do flap 2. Flap 3, it doesn't reckon we're going to get out. It doesn't think we can get out. So, this is going to be interesting. The wind was 260 at 2, outside air temperature 4 degrees. QNH 1027. Flex, let's do toga. Still can't get out on that or that. Flap 1, no chance. No chance. Let's do packs off. That help? No. Well, we'll see if we can get out. It's gonna be fun. Gonna be fun. Let's put in 66.3 in the 66.3 and 24.1. Not that it makes any difference if we don't think we can get ourselves out. It's not going to give us any figures for the V-speed, so let's go and use the... it's definitely going to be toga takeoff. We'll try a flap 2. See what this gives us. We may make it out. We may make it out. Let's get rid of that. So passengers, let's have a check on those. How they're doing? They're all pretty loaded on, I think. Cool. So we can we'll get ourselves. We'll call the tug if we can get one. I'm hoping we can. Look outside. Have we got a tug? No. That'd be good fun as well. We'll get the doors shut up. And we'll try and get ourselves out. There we are. Cool, right, so that's all done. Let's just double check the flight plan to see how we're going to make it out of here. Direct to Greece, Bossum, Fenwick, down towards the Midlands again. Keppard, Telber, Umlux. And there's Disset, and we've got a little bit of excitement down here we need to sort out a bit later on, but the doors are closed. It's 3,000 initial climb. QNH is set, and we're going to get ourselves pushed back. So we'll take the parking brake off. Let's just have a quick look. We're going to go off runway 27, which is here. Not a very long taxi back at all. We are going to do a flap 2 takeoff, and we'll start engine number 2. Let's play the safety vid while we taxi out. Bit.
We're now going to explain the emergency procedures on this British Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First,
will be a very
check your
tight,
seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the
Take-off
buckle
rope.
and tighten by
Right,
pulling
stop
on
there.
the loose end.
I'll set the parking
To
brake. We'll start engine number
unfasten,
1.
simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you
Joanna,
must
how's it
fasten
going?
your
Hope
seatbelt.
you're doing well.
We'll provide
Welcome along.
extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt
Yeah, let's have a
fastened
look.
and
Good
visible
start engine number 2.
during
We've
our
got engine number
flight,
1 going.
even
Let's
when
do a
the
quick
sign
flight
is off.
control check.
Your
and see,
life
make sure that
jacket
it's
is
still
either
working.
beside or underneath your seat.
We have
To
full up,
use it, take it out of the container and place
full
it
down,
over your head. Pass the tapes
neutral,
around your
full
waist
left.
and tie them securely
full
in a
right,
double bow at your side.
full left, and
Inflate your life jacket when you
neutral, and we'll
leave
do
the
the,
aircraft. We will supply
we'll do
life
as well.
cots for babies and life jackets
Yeah,
for
full
children.
left,
In the
full right,
unlikely event of the aircraft
and
having to
neutral.
make an emergency landing, you'll be told to take this
Good, so we'll just wait
protective
for this. Good
brace
start. We'll get
position.
the APU off.
But when seated facing rearwards in Club World, you must adopt this position. We will now explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency. Move quickly to the closest usable exit, taking nothing with you. High-heeled shoes must be taken off as they may tear the evacuation
There's a good
slide.
start on engine number 1.
Emergency lighting, including floor-level
That can come
lighting,
off, that
will
can
help
come
you
off.
find your way to the
we should put
exits.
these lights
These
on.
are clearly signed.
Set that to taxi.
There are 2
like
exits at
someone
the
else has
rear of
just
the
arrived.
aircraft and 2 at the front of each cabin
there, have they?
section. Your crew will now
There,
point
you gonna
out
cut
the
across the
exits
grass?
nearest to you.
Oh, just made it.
To open the doors,
Just made it.
move
We'll
the
get out of
handle
his
in
way.
the direction of the red arrow.
As we taxi
Opening
out,
the doors
as you finish watching
automatically
the
inflates
safety
the
demonstration.
evacuation slides. The slides can also be
And let's,
inflated by
parking
pulling
brakes
this
off.
handle.
Let's get going.
Jump onto the slide and move away from the aircraft. If the aircraft has landed on water, these slides detach to form rafts.
We'll set flaps to 2.
As you leave the aircraft, inflate your life jacket by pulling the red tag. If necessary, blow into this mouthpiece to top up the air. The life jacket is fitted with a light and a whistle. Your oxygen mask is behind the panel just above your head. If the cabin air system should fail, this will be released. Stay in your seat and pull the mask towards you to open your supply. Please note that the bag does not
Stop there
inflate.
and do the rest of the
Place it over your
prep.
mouth and nose and adjust the band to
Lights on.
secure it, then breathe normally.
Take off.
Do make sure your own mask is correctly fitted before
go get
helping
lined up.
anyone else. In some areas, you release the mask by pulling on this coloured streamer. If you're in a Club World sleeper seat, you may need to reach through the dividing screen to retrieve your mask. All electronic devices,
As much
including
runway
mobile
as
phones,
possible.
must be switched off, and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach and landing. Please ensure your mobile phone and any
Very tight.
devices
Not
that
a very
can send or
wide
receive
runway either.
calls or text messages remain
stop
off
it
for the
somewhere.
flight. Any items
About
with a
there.
flight safe mode should have this feature
Stop there.
enabled now. Some electronic devices can be used once
Auto
we're
brake to
airborne.
max.
Please
Arm
check High
spoilers.
Life magazine. Take care your hand baggage isn't blocking the aisles or exits. It must be put under the
Clean the
seat in
cabin
front
crew.
of you or in an overhead locker. But place items in the locker carefully, as they may fall and injure someone.
Take a config check.
As we prepare for
Is normal.
takeoff, please make sure that your tray table is put away, your seat is upright and your armrest is down. Please stow your individual
this safety
video
video
screen
finish
and
and then we'll get ourselves
footstool
going.
if you have them. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any questions, please ask your crew. We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable flight.
Right then. Let's get you back in the full screen and we'll get ourselves let's get ourselves out of here. So full toga takeoff. 50% N1. That is release toe brakes. And there we are. Man toga SRS. Auto thrust armed and blue. Come on airplane, speed up. We need to be 128 to rotate. There it is. We're going to make it out here. We're going to make it out. I'm sure we are. There's V1. There's rotate. And out of that short runway we go up on the flight directors. Positive climb. The gear's coming up. There we are. That was good fun. There's the F speed, so we can go back to flap 1 just when we get above that. There's flap 1. Pretty cool. There we are. We made it out. We made it in. I made it out of Dundee. There we are. Another guy having a look out as well behind us. Leave a climb. First time climb. We've got 3,000 set for our departure out as well. Perfect. Look at that. Looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. S-speed, we'll retract the flaps fully. Disarm the spoilers. And I think it said 3,000 was our initial climb out. There's that S-speed. So I would double check on what it said. Climb out 2,000 before setting course or turn south off runway heading not below 2,000 feet. Avoid flying overhead the hospital. 306. Well, that's fine by us. That's set standard. 370 for the cruise. Let's just get up and away. There it is. 370. And adios to Dundee. That just showed we stopped well short of that. Like I said, 1,400 metre long runway. We managed to stop well within 1,000 metres, I thought, with a medium auto brake, full manual brakes, and full reverse thrust as well. And we did manage to get out with a flap 2 toga takeoff. So all in all, that was pretty good. Rather enjoyable as well. Rather enjoyable. I wonder what Volanta had to say for itself. Did I start it off or not? That would be annoying if I forgot. Let me see, flights. Oh, I didn't pick it up. See if we get this one in. Oh well, never mind. But yeah, that was quite fun. Let's get the music back on. So then, what do we need to do? Anything else we need to have a look at the minute? Nothing much. But there's our lovely. Actually, we can get the landing lights off. In 1,000 feet, we'll let the passengers come out. They can go and get rid of their Scottish whiskey they've been drinking in the departure lounge. Should they need to. There we are, there's 10,000 feet. Let's get those off. And that one as well. Seatbelt sign can come off. Lovely jubbly. All good. There we are, way to 290 knots. We can get rid of the ILS, don't need that anymore. And that can go back to engines. As we head towards Greece. Let's have a look at the departure. There we are, direct to Greece. And we head down towards, again, the northwest of the UK, Carlisle. Skirting down that western coast. And then we might see the Blackpool Tower as we head over there. And then we'll make our way across to the Midlands. And into Gatwick. So we can get rid of the Dundee thing. That's it. We'll wind that out, and we'll do the we'll have a look at the approach in very soon. and we might set up the, and we'll go and set up the go and set up the arrival, get some fixed info stuff put in, and so we can plan that descent. Pretty cool, actually. There's CP and Art. I can see him. He's in the chat as well. Welcome along, buddy. Find the CRJ. Very nice. Very nice. Bit of traffic on TCAS. 1800 below and climbing just ahead of us. Where's he at? 1800 below and climbing. Don't forget, if you're watching on Twitch, hit the follow button. You get notified every time we go live. I do stream normally 4 or 5 days a week. Last week was a bit different because I was so busy at work, but should have quietened down by now, and we'll get some more streams knocked out this week and over the weekend. Should be good fun. Like I said, we're going to try out the CPDLC in a fly-by-wire on a flight down to Mallorca over the weekend. And we'll start off in Newcastle and have the 2.5 hour flight down. We'll be on VATSIM the whole way, and should be good fun. Should be good fun. So we've got 432 miles, a bit longer on the way down. Should be arriving in about an hour and 15 minutes. Very cool. Right, let's put. I want to put the fixed info stuff in now. Anyway, it's out the way. I do like to be set up a bit earlier than have it all do at the last minute. Need to be at DISIT not above or below flight level 200. That's 17,000 feet. We need to lose DISIT at flight level 200. DISIT can go in. And flight level 200. We're cruising with 370 for the cruise. So which is 53 miles out. That's our initial descent. 53 miles out. And we're going to put in Echo Golf Kilo Kilo 08. 08 right, wasn't it? 08 right. And we'll put in the extended centre line for our arrival. So 08 right, where is that? There it is. Reciprocal is 258 degrees. There we go. 258 in. So we should be able to see. There's top of drop. There's the extended centre line. Should we muck it up, we can quite happily sort ourselves out from there. Cool. 233 for 370. Everything else looking tickety boo. Double check. Nothing else is going on down there. Put that back on the flight plan. Engines are working. We'll have a look at the fuel at Gossam just to see what is going on there. But I think we took enough this time. How is that geezer minus 300 feet? How is that even possible? There we are, plus That's better. Awesome. Guys, while I'm fine long and streaming, I am also supposed to be at work, so I need to make a very, very quick phone call. I'll be back with you. Literally, it's going to take me 3 minutes. I just need to tell someone to go do something. So, I'll be back with you just in 2 minutes. Just want to make that very quick phone call. But we'll be back. Yeah, I should be doing some work as well. So give me 2 seconds. Right guys, awesome stuff. That is my work finished for the week. Top drop 160 miles, flight level 306 for 370. Let's check that fuel. We've got 4.6 tons, so at NAVSO we need to have. Let's have a quick look. Make sure we've got enough NAVSO where you're at. NAVSO, we need 4.5 tons. What do we have? Oh, we got 4.6, just got enough. I think had we taken any more fuel on that departure out, we may not have got off the ground. in Dundee, but we'll be fine. We will be fine. We aren't going to fly the full arrival into Gatwick. We're going to come off, dis it, and vector ourselves in. I think that'll be quite fun. So we'll plan for that. If we don't need to fly the full arrival, there's no need to. Save us a bit of fuel. There's a bit of live traffic just above us there. Who is that geezer? Pretty cool. Anyway, what we're doing, right, let's tidy up this dis at 1 Golf. As long as we're down, we'll follow the flight plan down to Kidley. After Kidley, we'll come round Midhurst, is where we'll probably make that turn in. And as long as we are at 3,000 feet, there's nothing altitude restriction wise. 2122, 2,000 and 2,300 to the north and east. So we should be good for a self-vectored arrival into there as well. It's looking like a very exciting and very nice day of flying this Friday. Like I said, Monday was last time I streamed, and last time I flew was Monday afternoon. And it's been a while, so I've quite enjoyed this little 2-sector trip. And as always, if you do want to fly along, it's always on the North Europe server. If you want to fly along any stream. And if you are interested to know when we do go live, if you hit ! Discord in the chat, come and join the Discord server. I do post in there every day that we go flying, where we're flying, what we're flying, and what time we are flying as well. So if you do want to come and join in, you're more than welcome to come join the fun in the Discord as well. When was the last time we flew into? Let's have a quick look on Volanta. The last time we flew into Gatwick. How do we do landing wise? Amsterdam. That was going to Amsterdam. Copenhagen. When was Gatwick last? Let's have a look. It's been a while. Oh, London Gatwick. There we are. We went down from Edinburgh to Gatwick. How did we do landing wise? Ouch. 2:53. Let's see if we can better that. That was the arrival that we flew. This time we're going to come straight in this way. Dis it, down, vectored in from here. That's the plan. What else have we done? Gatwick to Edinburgh. Gatwick to Bilbao. That was a nice flight. I like the Bilbao arrival as well. That could be a next possibility for another flight down to Bilbao. Right along the northern coast of Spain. Very nice. So I'm just thinking we've got a nice 42 knot tailwind pushing us along. Very cool. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm quite excited to try out the CPDLC, which you can, if you haven't seen it set up yet. If you go into ATSU AOC, then you do a departure request, which will be in there. You put in whichever air traffic station is online. For example, if you're in Gatwick, you put in Gatwick in there. Make sure you read the ATIS. Do that, and you'll get your departure clearance through the ACARS instead of having to do voice as well, which is quite cool. And you have to press connect every time. Yeah, there's no. I don't think London's on now, is it? Let's have a quick look. No, the only approach on is Heathrow approach at the minute. But yeah, you'd have to set up, if you go to the Hoppy website, get yourself a Hoppy username and a login key. Go and plonk that into your EFB under the settings and Atsu page. Put in your Hoppy user ID into here, and then you can under the radio tab hit the connect button, and that'll then set you up as long as you're on VATSIM. CP and Art, holla buddy, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Can see you in your CRJ just behind us. But yeah, quite excited to try out CPDLC. Yes, Gibraltar. Have I landed in Gibraltar? Let me see. I think I have somewhere. Let's have a quick look. I'm sure I have. Where is Gibraltar? Down here somewhere, isn't it? There it is. Have we landed in Gibraltar? Yes, I believe we have. Let's have a look. Gibraltar. Challenges completed on top of the world. I'll do some of those as well. That'd be quite good fun. Gibraltar, there we are. I have completed that one. Not sure why it's showing up the not showing up the flight that I did into it. I'd be quite interested to see my landing into there. TNCM, yes. Have I done that as well? I've done quite a few. That one doesn't ring, that rings a bell, but I don't know whether I've done it or not. TNCM. Let me just search it. No, clearly not. Clearly not. But yeah, that could be quite fun as well. Not done much flying across that part of the world. We need to go check out Australia and also across to the States, Caribbean as well. I flew it in X-Plane. That's why it won't be on there. Before I had Volanta set up, it was an X-Plane. But I also want to take out the A340-600 again for a spin at some point soon. So we could do that as a long haul flight, as a split stream. Could fly for the first 2 hours, and then I'll come back for the last 2 hours of the flight. I don't have the CRJ at all. I don't have it. I keep thinking about getting it, and I really should. Let me have a quick look, see if I can grab it. Aerosoft CRJ. I want to fly the 900. Is what I want to fly. €50 for that, and how much is the CRJ 900? €20. That's not too bad. €70. I could possibly get that this weekend, perhaps, and give it a fly. I've watched who's it? 320 Sim Pilot fly it when he flew it in the Fly B livery, and it looked awesome. To be fair, I want to give that a whirl. That's the one by PMDG. This is the 7.3. Skirting down that western side of the UK now. How cool is that? I do have the Zevo mod for X-Plane, the 737-800. To be honest, I'm not very good at flying the 737 at the minute. I've been learning to fly it again. I could fly it before and I hadn't flown it for ages and ages and I've forgotten half the stuff. Because I've been flying the Airbus quite a bit. But the 7.3 needs to make an appearance on a stream very soon. Actually, so where are we? Actually, now let's have a quick look. Oh, Barrow and Furnace. Nice. Just down there, Barrow and Furnace. Is the Landor one is my favourite out of the BA liveries. I don't like the new ones. This Landor livery is very nice. In fact, I was looking at the all of my add-ons. My sim was running very slow last weekend, so I thought I'd clear out my community folder and set it all up again using the add-ons linker instead of having them all in the community folder at once. It's made it so much better. But just looking at all the liveries that I've got in here, I've got 90 gig worth of add-ons. Yeah, this is the only BA livery I've got, the and the EasyJets Landor one. No other BA ones in there at all. But yeah, this is the livery folder and the scenery file. I had all of these in the community folder at once. Absolutely huge amount of add-ons. But yeah, the only BA one I keep is this Landor one. I also have it for the fictional A340-600 as well.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oh, Siri, go away. Thank you. If I got some... I do have the Landor fictional BA. Oh, let's have a quick look. It does look good on the 340-600 as well. I did fly the 340-600 down to you have a folder with 10 liveries for the 320 in one instead of to have... Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Not sure where it's gone now. I was going to show you. It disappeared somewhere. XPN 11 output might be in that. Yeah, I flew the Emirates 340-600 down from Newcastle down to Dubai a couple of months ago. Look at the state of that. That is awesome. It's pretty cool. Just the engines, man. Just the engines. Look at those. What's up? There we are. Even though X-Plane with graphics wise is nowhere near as nice as MSFS, if you got ortho loaded, it doesn't half look stunning. United 4 steaming across from Heathrow there. Anyway, about our descent. Must be coming up shortly. Not far at all. Descent at about 55 miles. Pretty cool. Are you following us down to Gatwick then, Kipping out? CP. What is this? Oh, it's the 321 tallest version as well. 340, look at the wings, they're huge. Right, so that descent shortly is taking us down to, what did I say it was, flight level 200. What is it you didn't get, CP? I don't, with the 2 question marks, I'm not sure what I said. I'm going to pop in Gatwick just to see. How far we are out. 163 miles. Perfect. $116 to be on the ground. You understand what I said earlier? Oh, I was it. I think I asked if you were following, if you were coming down to Gatwick as well. I think is what I said. Yes, you are. Cool. Excellent. So less than 20 miles, that top of drop. So flight level, I'm going to put 200 in. So I don't forget, 200 there. I bought the airline. No, this is just the fly-by-wire mod. That's all I've got. Yeah, no, this is the free fly-by-wire A320. This one. But the airliners I have bought are the tallest 321 and the 340-600. But they're obviously in they're in X-plane, not in MSFS. 330-900. I do have that, I believe. Let me see. I do have that. Last time I tried it though, it didn't work after the sim update. It was being a pain in the not working properly. We just sort out this topper drop. Just any time about now. Flight level 200, there we go. I do have it, I got it from the flightsim.to, but yeah, every time I tried to use it after the sim update, it seemed to not want to work properly. Let me just have a quick look, I'm sure I got it. Yeah, there it is, 330-900, this one. Oh, Streamlabs finally woken up now, spamming the chat as well. Not sure what Streamlabs is doing. That's a bit better. There we are, flight level 200, and we're at the start of that descent. Let's get some weather in for Gatwick. Wow, Streamlabs is chucking some load of crap in the chat. Weather time. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. Accept load weather. There it is. So wind 255 knots, few clouds, 3,700. Winds are variable 200 to 300. Good visibility, 8 degrees. Nice and warm down there. Performance. So QNH 1033. Space Agent 5000, welcome along, buddy. How's it going? Temperature 8 degrees. And we got wind 255 knots. I'm wide. How do you mean wide? Barrel F. Oh, the camera. Oh yeah, it's I mucked it up earlier on, and I didn't haven't reset it yet. Barrel F 396. Yeah, I need to reset the camera because it dropped off, and then I moved something in Streamlabs, and yeah, it was completely my fault. But had I started to fiddle around with it before I started doing the stream, I wouldn't have had time for this evening, because I've got to go and do some other stuff after this landing. Frames, let's have a look. This loads up. Ah. That didn't really help, has it? FPS NA. Let's have a look if I can find it elsewhere. So at the minute, I'm getting 45 FPS according to FlyLive. At least that's what it's saying, 45. But yeah, if you if I put in, so my specs, I mean my setup's not not top, but mine should come in that, if I can type properly. This is what I've got, should come in the chat now for you. Ideally, not with that. If Streamlabs is awake. Anytime, there you go, that's what I've got, you can see that in the chat there. And this one's, I mean, mine's pretty stutter free inside, stutter free outside, not much, not causing any issues anywhere you look. Yeah, not a lot of issues, mine, to be honest. And the settings are either on high or ultra as well, and I'm running across 2 monitors. And the streaming stuff, the sim, and everything else is all running off one computer. I don't have a separate streaming PC or anything like that. all one. Actually, where are we here? Disset. 2 seconds. Let's have a look. 5,000 feet. We need 15 miles from Disset. How far are we from Disset now? Let's take a direct to Disset and find out. That'll do. Oh, perfect. How do you save camera momentum? As in, you mean just when switching between things? So switching these views on my second monitor, I popped out the camera thing. That one, Space Agent, I have not done that, to be honest. I just do it that way. I did set up control across the top numbers on the keyboard. Control 1 through 0 do custom views for overheads and other bits and bobs printer. The throttles further overhead. One is the NDs. If you press Alt F3, you can edit the visual to the game and make it more realistic without lose FPS. Okay, can you? I didn't even know that, to be honest with you. That shows how much I know. Alt F3. If I hit Alt F4 by mistake, I won't be too happy, will I? Speed outside, flight level 200, there we are. We need to come down to 150 by Kidley. How far we got? 5 need 15 miles, so 15 miles from Kidley we'll start that see end video. Oh, okay. Might have a look into that before I start another flight tomorrow. No, definitely not Alt F4, no. I do know what that does. I do know what that does. But yeah, no, I'm quite happy with my FPS. It's quite good. I see all these things in the forums that people are having issues with MSFS and their FPS and everything else. And I'm thinking, well, I'd do nothing different on this. It gets the updates when it comes out, and like I said, I showed you I had 96 gig or 90 gig worth of add-ons in as well, and I don't seem to have any issues with it whatsoever. Right, Kidley 150 is coming in. There it is. Yo, Christian, how's it going, buddy? Welcome along. Thanks for the sub on YouTube. BDAN TV, you went back to P3D, uninstalled MSF, had nothing but issues with it. Yeah, I've seen people, like I said, I've seen loads of people have issues with that, but I don't know, I don't seem to. Well, touch wood, anyway. I've had no issues with it. Anyway, we're going to vector ourselves out shortly, aren't we? Let's have a quick look what we're doing. Yeah, I don't seem to have... It sometimes will... I mean, I had a couple of crashed desktops a few weeks back, and they were on like a 2-mile final. One actually into Gatwick. So we'll see how that goes. But, Yeah, there was a couple of times where that happened. But apart from that, nothing. It doesn't seem to cause me many issues. The clouds aren't quite. If you look at around the clouds on mine, for some reason they've got pixelated edges. I'm not sure what that's all about, but you had wow, 260 gig. Did you try that MSFS linker for it, where you just add in what you want for that flight and then go back and take it out? So, for example, I'm not using EasyJet. You just take it out. Oh, not yet. You can just take it out. Right, there's Kidley. You send on Twitch. Okay, cool. I'll have a look at that, CP. Cheers, buddy. Why does that want me to flight level 3? Flight level 30? What's that one about? Right, anyway. We're not going to fly that full arrival. We're going to cut in very soon. So as long as we're at... Where are we at? 3,000 feet. So that's 12. It's 36 miles from the runway. So look how far we're out. So 20 miles, we'll start the rest of that descent. And we'll vector ourselves out. Traffic below us. Yeah, landing 08 we are, just for a bit of fun. We've been up to obviously up to Dundee with a 1400 metre runway to try that out. And we're just gonna... I normally come in on 26, but we're gonna have a fly on to 08 this time, just for a bit of fun. Obviously, if it was on VATSIM, we'd do it properly, but obviously I'm not on VATSIM this time round. This geezer's clearly going in on 08 as well. 3,000 feet. There, he's going down 08. Right, start coming down. So look at 10,000 feet. Right, I'm going to pull the head in. We'll go out over here. CP, cheers buddy for the follow on Twitch. Right, where's the runway at? Should do. Go out just a little bit further to the right and then we'll start configuring. He sends quite a few sales come this weekend for Valentine's Day. What, a flight sims? Buying them for their husband or buying them for their wife. My wife will not even come and have a look at this at all. She thinks I'm a right nerd for flying flight sim. Alright, let's tickle that down. We'll have 3,000 feet and we'll get going. Radnav, has it got the right thing in? Let's have a look. 110.9. 10.9. India Golf Golf. India Golf Golf, which is there. Perfect. Looks quite cool. Guess that must be the M25, is it? Let's have a look where we are. Yeah, and that'd be Reading. Is that Reading? Yeah, pretty much Reading. And then, down we come. I'm guessing that mess is Gatwick. We may get a TCAS shortly, or is it going to move away? Might be alright. $22 miles, 6,000 feet, pretty good. I can imagine, yes, if they shut the M2. I live in Newcastle, so well away from London, but I can imagine that's not going to be nice. Seatbelts are on. Let's get some lights on. And I reckon we'll jump in and slow down just a smidge as well. Temperature +1. Bit of anti-ice. So what will that give us for a final there? So we got what? That would be 10 miles. So yeah, we just spin ourselves round a little bit. Don't be that far out. India whiskey, I don't want that. That's the wrong ident, isn't it, surely, for Gatwick? Let's have a look. India Golf Golf is what we want. Back on the QNH where we're at 1032. $26 miles. Perfect. I reckon we get shot at that speed brake and we'll arm the spoilers. Auto brake can be low. India Golf Golf. There we go. Localizer approach AP2. 26 miles. Perfect. Looks like Gatwick is, as usual, rather busy. So where we're going to vacate when we get off, let's have a quick look. Let's have a look where we're going to go. 08. Well, if we get off, we might just come off at, so look, where can we get off? Delta. We're going to park at Pier 6. I do like Pier 3, I don't know what it is, but I like Pier 3. We'll see how we get out. If we can get off at Delta, that'll be quite good. If not, Bravo Romeo and straight into Pier 4 perhaps. That would work out well. Oh shit. There's Lockstar. I'll give it a very long final, 23 miles. Never mind. Perfect time to get set up and slow down. We'll just tidy that up. If you feel as confident doing a Heathrow, Big Gatwick, EasyJet all the time, idle reverse, spoilers, no auto brake, like the real world. Cool. Maybe we could try that. I was going to do a tidy up this a minute. Director there, that'll sort that out. I should tidy that up. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Perfect. You get to see my landing. Yeah, this will be more like a Ryanair landing, I'll tell you. There's a runway. Good stuff. Right, anyway, cool. So that's that set. We're flap one at the minute. Everything looking cushy. Let's get rid of that anti-ice. Wait for you. Will do. CP, whereabouts are you? Oh, I've got a stutter then. Where are you at, CP? I just saw you just before. Where have you gone? There you are. $14 miles. Start slowing down a bit more. There he is. Looks pretty nice. Right, cool. Anyway, what's happening? 12 miles. In fact, we're going to be pretty much configured by 10 miles. Everything seems good. Well, we've done 2 hours 42 since we pushed back from Gatwick initially up to Aberdeen. There, the glide's alive. We'll stop the music now and we'll get that sim volume boosted a bit. There we are. It's a shame I don't have the CRJ. We could have seen you a nice. I'm not sure what this will put you in as. Probably a Cessna or something like that. But it'd be nice to see a CRJ land. Let's have flat full. There we go. $2,500. Everything looking good. We got auto brake low. Spoilers are armed. Flaps full. We'll drop the gear in a mile or so, and hopefully. We won't cause too much damage to this BA plane. What is the go around? Go around is climb 3,000 feet straight ahead. 3,000 is already set, which is fine. Yeah, I'm assuming they would be on 260, but they've got a 8 knot tailwind. Right then, let's have the gear down. We'll get the cabin crew on their arses. And I'll get my feet on the rudder pedals. There's 1,000 feet and we're, I think, relatively stable. Why is the brake fan on? Get off. There's an awesome shadow of us down there. Normally, last time we flew this 2 miles out, we had to crash the desktop. But clearly looks like we're going to make it in. Touch wood. Minimum is continue. $100.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Oh, get down.
5.
Reverses. Oh, there we are. Decel. Welcome down to London Gatwick. Reverse idle, auto brake can be off. There we are, we'll vacate literally to the right, sorry, to the left, just here. That was a hell of a float for landing. Get off. Oh, rudder pedals, stop being a twat. Perfect, there we are. Don't know whether that was a decent land or not, but it certainly had a bit of a float to it. Right, I'm going to stop here a minute and get some lights off and double check where the hell we are. I always get lost in Gatwick. That taxi, that can come off. And we'll start the APU as well. Right, where are the charts at? So we managed to come off at a delta that I was expecting, so there we are. We might go and park at... Where should we park? Let's go up to Pier 6. Sounds like a good spot to be. We can retract the flaps, disarm the spoilers. Is that what I said? Landing rate? I've just seen landing rate at 3 feet per minute. That's pretty good. I thought it was going to be crap with that horrible float on the way in, but yeah, 3 feet per minute is quite impressive actually. Ah, rudder pedals are fucking hell, man. Come on, behave and play the game. Right, where are we going to go here? Where are we going to go? I always get lost sometime round about now. Still going to aim for Pier 6 is where we're heading. Which should be this this next left, I think. Somewhere up here. And then straight ahead. You're starting to land now, are you, CP? Let's see if we can see you coming. I know I shouldn't stop middle of a taxiway, but we will. Let's have a quick look, see if we can see you. Where's the drone at? Ah, where is it? What's happened to you? Here we go, camera drone. Let's nip back out to... Oh dear. What has happened there? And actually, where the hell are we? Just over here. Let's nip across down this way and have a look at CP coming. Are you coming on to 08 right as well? Or 08 left? There's quite a few arrivals on the 08 runway, isn't there? There's Air Force, two Air Force, and then CPR Turkish ship. Must be going off what SimBrief has given them, I guess. And not real world. There's the touchdown right there. Whoosh. MH Mystic having a bit of a lash around the airport. Pretty cool. No pressure, CP. On your landing, we all watching you. Let's get across here, see him come in. We've got someone coming in, 08 left. Parallel landings are going to be someone on 08 left, 08 right. I'll just put you in a plane, at least we can see you land anyway. There you go, CP. Very cool. Right, let's whiz past where we're playing. And we'll go get taxied up. Right, let's go down. Let's go and get parked up and we can get this flight completed, passengers off, and go and enjoy Friday evening. We'll go and crush this truck and we'll go and grab that stand just to the left of that easy that's parked up ahead of us. You don't know how you stop. Get here, that'll do the chop. Oh, 5-3 is literally where we started off from. Why is that geezer in the way? Out you get. Before I squish it. Right, let's we'll stop just there. Parking brake set, the APU is available. So we'll begin, we'll get rid of engine number 2. Engine number 1. We'll jump up on the overhead and we'll turn a few other things off. That can be off. That is off. That is off. That is off. And that is off. Seatbelt signs are now off. And we'll get, see if we can get the air bridge for our passengers to disembark. Forward door, passengers, baggage, external power, and a bit of that as well. Perfect stuff, look at that. We've made it down to Gatwick. I haven't got lost this time, which is always a bonus. Don't think the parking's that bad either. We stopped on the 7th. Oh, A320 we're a bit too far forward, but it's on the line. It's straight, it's out the way. And there's awesome Gatwick. Cool, guys, well, I'm going to let passengers get themselves off. Thank you for joining us this afternoon on that little 2-sector trip up to Aberdeen, up to Dundee, to see if we could fit on a 1400 metre runway, which we did with ease. However, getting back out was slightly more tricky, but we still made it out with that flap 2 takeoff and toga takeoff from Dundee, and looked like we landed in Gatwick with a landing rate of 3 feet per minute, which is even better than the 300 feet per minute into into Dundee a bit earlier on. But guys, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. CP, thanks for the follow, and everyone else that followed on YouTube as well as Twitch. Thank you ever so much for joining in this afternoon. I am going to leave that there. If you do want to know when we are streaming next, hit !! Discord in the chat. Come and join us in there, and you'll know when I'm live next. If you do want to come and join in, if you did enjoy it, hit a like, hit a follow, hit a sub if you want to be notified when I'm live next. I am going to try and get the CRJ. We might fire that as well. If you do want to, the Discord link should come up in the chat in a minute. Hopefully, there it is. Give that a smash if you want to come in. I do post there all the time before we go live, and the times we want to do it, what we're going to fly, where we're going to fly, as well. But yeah, over the weekend we're going to have a trip down to the Balearic Islands because I want to try out the new CP DLC in the 320 Neo to give that a whirl on VATSIM, so that'll be good fun. But guys, enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon. Enjoy Air Dog, buddy. You joined just as we're finishing up. Enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon. Enjoy the weekend if I don't see you on the flight over the weekend. But yeah, if you do want to join in, North Europe server, MSFS, I'll see you all there. Guys, take care, enjoy Friday, and I'll see you all on the live stream very, very soon.